Hello again, Kate Loki back with, I think actually episode 50 of the Colony series. And looking into sending out craft to Duna. The main problem was, or is currently actually, that for me to send out just 250 or 2,500 material kits, which maybe would equal into one module maybe, it is going to be so damn expensive. Like, I sent this thing up with a small booster stage. I think it was like 2 of the smallest Mark 1 tanks with some Vadule modules. I think they're from VX Astrodynamics. But the main issue is sending this amount of stuff out. It would take, like, for this maneuver to get to Duna, it's going to be like 2000 Delta V. But the problem is, I'm going to have to send out, let's see. So 4 of these, that would equal 10,000 material kits, and then I need, well, 12,500, and I need a bit of, excuse me, specialized kits. And I just realized with the solar panel configuration I have now, it would be really, really difficult. So what I'm going to do is actually set up a single craft. It's going to probably take multiple flights to get this craft assembled, probably over a series of episodes. Sorry. So it's going to be probably the next 5, maybe 10 episodes of us doing this. But the first thing we got to figure out is how are we going to go about this. I think I'm going to go for one of the internal planets. So the first thing we are going to send up is going to be the central stack, which is going to need a deep freeze container, which can hold 3 Kerbals. So 3 Kerbals. It also comes with 15 glycol, which is not enough for our purposes. So we're going to need 4 more on that, so that will give us a total of 115, which, if I'm correct, 5 per. So we can freeze 5 people. Then, this is going to be a bit confusing to do, because we have a bunch of options. Like, most likely we're going to bring out external tanks, which on the top of those are going to be the on top of those are going to be the actual, like, I'm trying to think of the words I'm trying to use. They're going to be the mining modules, and then on top of the main stack is going to be the central, I'm probably going to put a caribou rover actually on that. But in this video, we're just going to get up the central stack with the Kerbals frozen. So the first thing we're going to need, I'm actually going to put a reactor on this, I believe, just to be safe. We're probably not going to use it much in the journey there, but I would like to have it for... How much does that generate? We do not need that much electric charge. Do we have anything that's like... I'm trying to find a stack one. And I also altered the xenon converter. It was just putting out way too little fuel. Like, before I sent out that craft, it was actually produced on Minimus, and it required so much goddamn time. Like, I fast forwarded for, I think, 80 days, and I only got enough to fill that tank almost completely full. Not fully full, but just almost. So what we're gonna do, do we have any like normal reactors? Just these gigantic ones. I don't want to put a gigantic one on it because we don't need a gigantic one. Like, that right there is... We're at currently... Like, that's way too much weight. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do normal solar panels. Well, not normal, but we'll do solar panels. Like, these ones, I really like these ones. They're from Near Future. They'll give us electric charge from most sides, and then I'll actually put up some curved ones up here to those extend out. I remember being certain ones that would extend out, but those ones don't. They must be for a bigger variety of craft. So on top of that, we are going to need a docking port or a decoupler. Either one should be fine. Yeah, we'll just do a decoupler. So we need this. And then from down that, so they're going to be frozen, but we are going to need to bring at least a bit of supplies with us. So we'll take that. That should give them enough supplies for a little while. It's going to weigh a lot, but we'll need the supplies. That will give them enough to get on the planet, land, and be fine. Ow, my fingers all screwed up. So, we have that. We're actually going to have to fly 3 Kerbals out to Minimus, because we're going to build this all from Minimus. I was going to just launch this off the planet, but the better idea would be, I set up this whole base on Minimus, let's go ahead and use it. Most of this first video is probably going to be me just designing these craft. So from there, we're going to need, shoot, what do we want to do from there? So we're going to want a central stack, and we are going to need a very fuel efficient engine, which we're actually going to put multiple fuel efficient engines on this. Like that right there, that will give us 4,000 for just this stage. But that's not including the stuff stacked on top. Actually, that's for Minimus. I need to go back to Curvin. So it's really shitty thrust to weight ratio. But let's see, altitude. It gets better outside of space. So that's that. Do we want to add more fuel to this? Why am I not? There we go. So we have that with, oh, we can't do it like that then. We need to actually put a docking port there. Because I was thinking like, that'll just assemble it in orbit, but without a docking port it would not work like that. Let's actually check into the Caribou. I'll need to put a habitation module. What does this give? Supplies, 500, mulch, 500. Well, we could just throw the Caribou right on this right now, so get off. So we'll put, but that means we don't need, oh, stop. We don't need this then. They'll be frozen right away. We take, like the Caribou is going to be the main thing that lands. Just trying to think. So let's grab the Caribou body. We're going to need that. Caribou crew cab, which keep 4 Kerbals comfortable for over 5 years. That sounds useful. I might actually fly out a Caribou crew cabin separately, because I don't know if replacement parts come with the actual base or with the construction, because they're an actual invisible research. They're an invisible resource, so we don't have to worry about that too much. But what we'll do is we have the decoupler. Actually, let's go ahead and build it here. So that's going to have a little bit of fuel in it. Then after that, we will throw on this, which will have, oh wait, we don't want to do it like that. We want to do it like, no, not like that. Where's the short one? There it is. No, that's an adapter plate. What the hell am I doing? So, next texture. Next. We want supplies. Come on, show me the supplies. Where are they? Supplies. Engine. Habitation module. Oh, stop. Engine. And then that. So that should give it just enough extra fuel to help with the landing, but the main bulk of our landing is actually going to be from parachutes. Now I'm just thinking how to easily do this. Like this might be a flight that fails horribly. I'm not 100% sure. This is kind of going to be the first of my ideas. So we could just end up killing our crew. Shit. Okay. Okay, no, that comes off. This goes back. We need to find... Crew cabin, do you have a connection point? You do. Can you hold supplies? Only 500, which kind of sucks. So I'll have to put another 500 there. Another 500 there. That would give them the supplies for a little bit of time. Shit. Yeah, I'm probably going to be saying shit quite often in this video, because I'm kind of lost on the best route of action. So we'll put these wheels on. What we might have to do is, let's start you retracted. 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 So, excuse me. Oh, fuck. So we're gonna need, so that's room for, what do we need in here? I should have spent a little bit of time thinking about this. So we have options for emergency shelters. Let's see, does it attach on the side? And that doesn't carry anything, which kind of sucks. So we'll pop those off. Ah, shoot. Just trying to think of what would be the best course of action. So we actually, I also forgot, we need to, no, not do that. We need to set up, oh no, go off screen and disappear. There we go. We need to set up real detachers. These ones, they're kind of big though. No, turn off that. So those are huge, but those are for the actual really large transportation technology. Maybe we could use those. The Honey Badger engine coupling thing. Maybe that would actually... Well, no, we can't do that because we don't have any fuel production for those types of fuels. So we have these stages. We still need to put more solar power on this, so... You can go ahead and throw one of these on top. No, on top. Not along the bottom and sides. And right there. If I'm lucky, those should... Well, we can save the fuel to actually control ourselves. But let's actually... Oh, I wish I could pop this off, but we can't right now. So for this these parts, we just need to attach docking ports. Turning into more of an endeavor than I thought it would be. This all really depends on how well we can... There's docking ports there. And docking ports there. Let's see. So we have the docking ports for, like, we're gonna have probably 2 miners for minerals and water with logistics hubs. We'll probably drop them in different areas, and then we'll have 2 miners for metal ores and substrate. I don't remember exact information about it, but we'll figure it out. And most likely you're also going to need to drop actually I'm kind of lost right now because there's certain other things we need to do. Why isn't this still here? Whoa, stop doing three ways, you damn thing. So this thing lands and drives around. We need to add a logistics hub for, and we actually need, none of these can produce the food resources we need, so we're also going to need, I really hope that fan, oh no, it's not even showing up on the microphone, decent. I was worried the fan in the background, because it is goddamn bloody hot. It was gonna be annoying, but it's actually fine. So, what? Did they actually remove some of these parts? No, there's the aquaponics. So we need to jam this in somewhere. No, stop. That kind of looks stupid, but there's not much we can do about that. So that will turn supplies, or create supplies from other stuff, but what stuff actually? Let's double check that. A lot of this video is probably just going to be me dicking around in the VAB, so if you're not really interested in watching this, I just recommend wait until the next episode when I start probably assembling it, or it could be 2 episodes, I'm not 100% sure. We might even just leave our Kerbals up in space frozen for quite some time. I might have to bring other stuff out. So we need water and substrate per hour, fertilizer per day, electric charge per second, and machinery per day. Okay, so that's the best option then. Actually, no, that's not the best option for size, or is it? Like, I could just slam that in there, but that would just kind of look weird. Stop grabbing that, you son of a bitch. Oh no, that's not gonna fit in there right. I thought they used to fit in there perfectly. Oh no, it was with this that they fit in there right. But then, no. It kind of offsets the whole thing. But it would give us more storage for supplies. Sorry. So that, no, that's not a good option for this. So we'll throw this on here and that there. We have, this is going to store substrate and water. I wish you could just kind of set this up. Yeah, substrate. And then we need another one for water. I'm probably just going to throw substrate and water into this with it, because that's probably the best option. It's going to drag down our max storage amounts. Actually, no, screw that. We're just going to take no extra stuff with us. Where's water? This is kind of confusing. Oh yeah, I'm in the wrong tank setup. Next, water. So substrate and water. That's enough to make 18, 20. So that brings it down to 100, 250 divided by 10. 125 supplies. It's not that much. Wait, no, that'd be per hour. So the best option would be to leave those empty, and we'll take machinery in some amounts, supplies, and we're going to take as much as we can because we might end up in a scenario where we don't have much options. So this is going to be our main stage. it's going to have not much delta V, which kind of sucks, but we're going to have another 4 engines. So another 4 of these are going to be coming along. So let's just pop this off, duplicate that, and times that by 4. Come on. So that brings us back up to 4,000 in minimus orbit. And we can pipe these all into the center tank, actually, maybe. Let's see if that actually adds any more delta V. Or does that actually remove delta V? That, like, gives nothing, maybe? It actually removes 9 delta V. Okay, that's not a good idea. Okay, so we have that. So we have 4,829 with this setup, which, if we're lucky, should be enough to get us there. If not, I can do some alterations, maybe double up the tanks. Let's actually see what happens if I double up the outer tanks. That gives us 582, and then if I pipe these into the center stage, we can burn for 29 minutes and 1.7 seconds, which is good. And we're actually gonna have to use some, what is it, some what am I thinking? We'll have to go ahead and use oh shit, I actually forgot something. What is the word I'm thinking of? It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Oh yeah, we'll have to use KAS or KIS or whatever you want to call it. There we go. KAS or KIS. Struts. So we'll have to go, when we're in space, we're going to send a Kerbal around. If I can find the parts. They're in here? No, they're on here. There's connector ports. Is it also struts now? I'm not 100%. Oh no, they're there. And they're actually weaker. That's weird. So yeah, those will be the most likely option to strengthen the whole vessel in total. And we're actually gonna have to pipe or send a glycol. I forgot about that. Once we send out Kerbals, we'll actually dock on this craft and do transfer over glycol. I'll go ahead and put a docking port right over that door, because nobody's gonna need to come out of that. And we'll actually just bring in the Kerbals to that hole too. Okay, so this is our initial craft. This is the craft that's going to be going to I'm not 100% sure yet. We might actually be going to one of the internal planets closer in than Kerbin instead of Duna, because Duna, it's kind of difficult to get a good connection with it. So I would prefer to just go for an interior planet where I have more options at less of a time to get a good connection to fly into that sphere of influence. But actually on the back of the stage, we're going to need another stage to boost it into orbit. So we're going to throw another... I really hope that fan isn't loud, because that would be so damn annoying if it was. And most likely we're going to have to leave this thing on the launch pad for a bit of time before it's fully stocked. So that's there. And then we need... no, not that. Can this even push us into orbit? Let's see. Minimus. Yeah, it can do it. Kerbin. Wait a minute, what? Where's this decoupler? So that's not right. So bring that one up here, that one down here, and then give stage. I'm kind of confused. So 14 is this stage. So Kerbin, go to Minimus. So that should give us enough thrust to get into orbit. And then the other stages will have monorepellent along with them. So let's save this. And this is probably going to be a shorter video than usual. Core. A shorter video than usual, just because it's not as going to be as advanced. But we'll send this one up, and then I'll end the video there. Get into a nice normal orbit, and also full with fuel. Unless the alterations I made to the base, which I hope it didn't break it, because I did do some alterations to the actual config file to increase the amount of xenon produced per second, because the amount of carbonite I was using to xenon was insane, even though there isn't any logical transfer rate for this whole thing, but you get what I mean. So now everything's loaded and bouncing as always. It's a happy bouncing base. So we need to select the core. Core. Why is there parachutes on this? Oh, because I was supposed to return. I forgot about that. Okay. We don't have enough material kits. We don't have enough liquid fuel or oxidizer. We're just short by a little bit. And replacement parts. We don't really need any more repellent. The replacement parts are... we have a ton of replacement parts, which... are they still an invisible resource? Which is really kind of annoying. Because I don't want to rob this thing of replacement parts. I might just have to bring down a stack of... well, that's impossible to do that because there's no options for replacement parts. Oh god, that's so freaking annoying. Screw it. We'll go ahead and build. We don't have any glycol, so that's something we're going to have to bring out. It's going to take 4 hours for that thing to build. So we'll just speed through this really quick. And if I'm correct, we have material kits? No, we do not. We don't have any material kits. Let's turn off planetary logistics. Worst case scenario, it's going to ramp up to... ooh, yeah, we're not actually producing material kits, so close. Where's... close. Stop. Wait, did it already finish? No, it didn't finish. So it's producing material kits. Slowly? Or not at all? Not at all. Material kits, material kits. Nothing. So what are we missing for material kits? You got chemicals and polymers and all that crap. Why aren't you producing material kits? Start, stop. Missing, every damn time. Why does this reactor just keep shutting off? It's so freaking annoying. So we're actually going to stop. Don't leave that running. And we'll stop that because that's just kind of annoying. I don't know. We need to fill up those just in case we need to send out something. And I don't know why it's automatically shutting off, which is a little bit annoying. Okay, there we go. So we need to produce material kits. We're producing them slowly, so it's going to take a little bit of time. So we'll send this thing up to orbit. Okay. Finalize build, but we're not releasing it yet. We need to go back into Minimus base and wait for all those tanks to fill up. So close this. In and in. And then we need to... okay, that's still producing. Good. So this is going to take quite a long damn time. In and in. which is going to be kind of annoying, but there's not much we can do about it. In the future, I'll probably bring down more of these refineries, because if we're doing stuff like this, it's going to require a lot of fuel. Out, out. Stop, stop. Okay, let's just grab this and pump into this and this. Goddamn, get out of the way. Because we have actually quite a bit of room in the plant, or a little bit in the planetary storage. Like, let's actually see. No, that's not what I wanted to click. Liquid fuel, 0. Liquid fuel and oxidizer, really? Never mind. I'm lying to you guys. So we have that emptied. And hell, maybe even this will pump into this over time. So let's actually check that. Because we might be able to just speed up time. And in. No, it won't do that. So in and in. Come on, come on. Liquid fuel and oxidizer. Oh yeah, it's still going up, not going down. So we'll fill up these tanks. No, why are you doing that? Come on. In. There we go. So that's another tank filled. And then we need to fill the upper tanks, which still require fuel. So where is the other liquid fuel and oxidizer? So that one needs fuel still. No. Ah, shit. I hate when that happens. And this one needs fuel. Note. Okay, so we'll just go ahead and speed up time. Oh shit. Fuel production was a lot quicker than pulling out of the craft, so that's interesting. I could either go ahead and pull or bring out more tanks to store more fuel, or build more refineries, but actually building more tanks would be a better, more efficient option. Come on, you're almost there. I didn't put a reaction control system on this thing. So the parachutes are going to be our main thing that's keeping us pointing down. If that doesn't work out properly, this craft is fucked. We'll see what happens. This might fail terribly in a few episodes, but it'll be an interesting endeavor. And depending on how that goes, like, it's starting to get kind of buggy with this current colony. I might just abandon the Minimus base, leave it as a future homage to Kerbal kind. So we need to. I didn't include any fertilizer on this thing. Shoot. So we're gonna have to slap on a fertilizer tank on this thing. That kind of sucks, but there's not much we can do about it. So it has no machinery. Do we have a good stockpile of machinery? Let's actually see. Start machinery. Let's see. Machinery. Where the frig? So we'll wait till that fills up all of those parts, which might have actually just slowed or lowered our delta V amount. Oh shoot. Fuck it. There's nothing we can do about that now. Well, stop machinery, which kind of sucks. Depending on what happens when I get up into orbit, we'll actually quick save right now, because this might have actually damaged the whole idea I have. So we want to go There. You have everything relatively filled. Supplies, mulch. Monopropellant, we don't need any. Recyclables, we don't need any. Substrate, water, release. And everything's screwed up. Okay. So we're going for it. And we're still not too bad. We go this way this time, because for some reason my nav ball. My nav ball was all screwed up when I was trying to do maneuvers. So when I pulled the retrograde, it would move it along the prograde, and I pulled the prograde to pull on the retrograde. It was just really screwed up, and just made it really difficult to get to orbit. Let's actually rotate ourselves around so I'm not pulling in the wrong directions. So we have this going into orbit now, with hopefully enough fuel for its purposes. Once we mix in the other tanks too, it should be fine. And the other parts to it, because we still need to make 4 logistic parts, which are going to be fun. Shouldn't be too difficult to make them either. What are you doing? You are up to, we'll let that get up to 10,000. This is currently only, damn, we have a nice bit of electric charge on this thing. Where's this all electric charge coming from? All those parts have electric charge. It's nearly impossible to see what it's coming from. Why do we have 11? Oh, that's 10,000. I thought that was 1,000. Okay. So we're now at 10,000. So now we will wait for... I really wish I put friggin' reaction control systems on these. Like, the front has a reaction control, but nowhere's near enough. So we'll just have to see if this works out. And I'm just happy the friggin'... Well, actually, we're controlling from here. What happens if we control from here? Hey, it's perfect. I was worried that we were going to have a flip to the graphics, or the nav ball. And also on the topic of today's or yesterday's post, Tuesday, I was supposed to make a Stellaris video. I don't think I'm going to have times for Tuesdays and Wednesday videos for a little while. Maybe once school starts again, I'll have more of a less hectic schedule, but right now I'm working a lot. In the future, I might restart it. I don't know. It just depends on what happens over the summers, or over the summer. I just don't have the time to do it in a sufficient manner and still continue this series. To be honest, I actually have more fun with Kerbal Space Program than I do with Stellaris. It's a cool game, don't get me wrong. It's not my bag, baby. Okay, we are almost into orbit, and this is gonna be the first part of our future Minima Space, or Moho base, most likely. Once this circularizes, we'll actually check that out. Ooh, that's loud. And what I might do is the logistics parts are probably all going to come up in one single stage. So 10,000 by good enough. Everything stopped? Okay. We still have tons of fuel. It only takes like 200 to get off the surface minutes into a stable like 10K orbit. But with that, this is going to be our future craft. And let's actually check into the planet, the internal planets. Interior planets, whatever we want to call them. We have Eve, which I'm not at all amused to go to because it's a scary beast in its own. Or we can go to Moho. Moho, more problems. Eve would be easy because of the fact it has a really thick atmosphere, and I don't even know if I have enough fucking parachutes to do that. But we'll set our sights on Moho. I might, between videos, either send out a probe there to map it or do it in a video. But I'm going to go ahead and end that video here. If you like the video, leave a like. If you dislike the video, leave a dislike. What am I saying? If you want to see future updates by me, I usually update during the week, at least 3 to 5 videos. Go ahead and subscribe. I thank you for watching. My name is Keith Loki, and you have a good night.